day, I want you to be healed. Even if it's not for us to stay together, you need to be healed. Like, my heart cannot take, or it wouldn't be able to handle the fact that I encountered you and there was no way I can help you heal, even if we did not last forever. I can't, I wouldn't, it will make me hurt even more knowing that, you confided in me with telling me this very traumatic situation and I wasn't able to help you in any type of way to begin to heal.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
So let's say you broke up with that guy, right? Like, and he's now your ex, and you know of his situation, and you're with the new man now. Can he still come back and talk to you?
It depends on the conversation. I'll set boundaries.
But that channel is still open for communication. Is that?
Yeah, because if I helped you begin to heal, you have latched onto me as that person that she's the only one that can help me. She's the only one that can bring me out of this.
Whoa, but what if the other man said, I don't want you communicating with your ex?
Yeah, he gonna be feeling a type
Well,
of
I'll
way.
explain the situation, and if you don't agree, then
He gotta go?
you gotta go.
So you choosing your ex over your current man?
My ex needs to heal. He needs to heal. And if he needs me, then he need me.
Oh, hell, what kind of shit? What kind of shit is that?
Sorry. That's just how I see it. Because I that makes me look like I never really cared about him in the first place. Like, I would feel so bad.
It just means that, look, I've moved on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I moved
this put my
on.
current man in a comfortable situation that, I can't put him in.
I moved on, yes, but I still care about your well-being. I still care about your mental health. There's a lot of females out there who do not care about men's mental health. I happen to be not one of them. I care about your mental health. And if I am with you and you are going through it, if I'm with you and you're going through it and you confide in me or trust in me or even give me the door to walk through to begin to help you, because with men like who have mental health issues, sometimes men don't even trust a woman enough to even open up to them about what's actually bothering them. So if you felt that much safe with me to do that with me, I have to help you to the end. I have to see it through. I'm sorry to my new man. I have to see it through. I am not that type of female who's going to bring you this far and then let you fall.
What are the boundaries?
The boundaries are you're going to know that me and you can no longer enter that type of relationship. I am here strictly to help you as your friend. We are not crossing no sexual boundaries. You cannot call me no crazy hours in the middle of the night unless it's a dire emergency. Because it could be 3 o'clock in the morning and you feel like you want to jump off of a bridge, and hearing my voice will help you come down.
Well, one of the boundaries included no physical meetups, no meetups.
We can meet up.
You can meet up now.
But listen, we can meet up as long as you're okay with me bringing my man, or not necessarily bringing my man, but my man knows what's happening and you're comfortable with him knowing the situation as well. Because my man is going to know the situation. I'm not going to keep it a secret from him because that causes trust issues. Because now it's, you're still in communication with your ex. Why are you going to see him?
Where y'all going to meet up at?
Stuff like that. My man is going to know all of that information.
Well, where are y'all going to meet up at, though?
It's going to be public places.
Meet up at the club.
Not the club, no. But it's going to be public places where there's going to be no type of...
No privacy.
Not saying no privacy,
Public
because we're
space.
going to need privacy.
So you need private? Why do you need privacy?
Listen. We're going to need privacy for you to be comfortable to talk. But it's going to be a public setting where there's going to be no room for you to be misguided in the sense that I can make a move. And even if you think that you can make a move in this public situation, I'm going to let you know. Stop. That's not what I'm here for. We agreed and I let you know
All
I
right.
moved on.
I got 2 questions for you now.
I got a question too.
So, what is this so-called public-private place that you speak?
Parks, restaurants, church.
When church private? When was church ever private?
Everybody don't know your business.
No.
Where you want to talk privately in the church?
We can come to church. After church, we gonna sit in the sanctuary and talk.
All right. So now, if he tries to make a move now, you telling your boyfriend or husband?
Yes.
So now, what if he say, "Yo, don't go to that man no more"? He crossed.
No.
Yo. What man standing for that? He tried to kiss me, but I took care of it, baby. Yeah, you ain't gonna see that man no more. Because he crossed that boundary. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So now you're gonna tell him like, oh, it was only one time. I'm still gonna see him. What kind of shit going on here?
So I got a question. My question is this: like, what if he's not comfortable with another person knowing his situation? Like, you could have your boyfriend, but I don't mean that you guys are gonna be together forever.
But okay, so then that puts me in a situation where I have to now decide if I want to still help you or do I want to be in my relationship. And that's kind of tough.
That's a tough situation.
Because God
it's
forbid
like,
I choose my relationship and me and my boyfriend break up the next day. Now I'm asked out, but then I'm also looked at as a bad friend or a bad female, one of those females who just come and use you and then just leave you high and dry for a man who didn't even want her in the first place. So it's a little complicated. That question, the answer is a little complicated.
Yeah, that's a tough one because honestly, like, you know, I've dated people who opened up and said certain things to me that I'm like, oh, you know, I wouldn't run and go tell somebody else their situation because I feel like that's doing a disservice to them. Like,
But you don't have to go into detail.
well, it's just but then what stops your partner from asking more? You know, it's like
You, in my mind, I really think I don't live in reality because for me, it would be you two have to meet. And if he feels comfortable letting you know, then he'll tell you himself.
yeah, but
Because it's not my business to share.
But for me, like, let's say I was in a situation, I had a situation, like, even if I met the guy or the person on the first day, I'm not gonna automatically feel open to talking to them. Like, you know, me and my ex-girl, we have a relationship that lasted, you know, a year, a couple months, you know, a few months or whatever, however length is. But it's definitely more than the first time or 2 weeks that I've known you. You know, so how can, you know, you in this situation, you know, tell your new man, hey, I'm talking to him because he's going through some stuff, and your new man is like what? Like, he's gonna be thinking, why are you still talking to him? Like, y'all not together. You could say that's your best friend. Like, how
long me and this new man been together?
y'all been together for like
Why
3
does that
months.
matter?
Like, that,
It matters because
y'all been together for 3 months.
if we're dating, I'm not telling you about him on the first, second, and third date. It's none of your business.
We're talking about 3 months. Like, y'all past the dating stage. Y'all together.
Y'all together.
Like, y'all together. He come to your house. He cook you food on Sundays.
Piping
after
you
church,
down.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, oh, baby, you need a massage. I got you. Like, he doing all of that for you. And then, like, he's like, yo, who's this guy that you keep talking to? Like, what's his deal? You know, like, I don't want you talking to him.
Off the bat?
I mean, like, some guys feel that way. Like, he doesn't know him.
Well, that's why I said y'all gotta meet. So y'all gotta get to know each
So
other.
you want your guy to be talking to his ex-girl? You wouldn't mind that? I'm just saying. He just like, yeah, that's
if
nice.
there's boundaries, I don't care.
So you giving him a lot of trust.
You giving him a lot.
But that's another thing too. I am not going into a relationship. I don't care that you had an ex or whoever before me. I'm not going into the relationship expecting you to feel off the bat. I'm going into the relationship with trusting that you know how to be a man. If we're dating for, or if you feel like I'm the one and you want to marry me or whatever, I feel like you should know do's and don'ts. You should know my boundaries. Because if you're thinking about marrying me, you already know what I like, not what I like. You already know what I tolerate from what I don't tolerate. So set boundaries. You can be friends with your ex. That have nothing to do with me because I don't know her, or I would like to know her. But if I don't know her, it doesn't really matter. If there's boundaries set and boundaries were crossed, be honest, and then we move from there.
That honesty part is tough because if he's talking to his ex-girl and she crosses a boundary, you expect him to tell you. But what if he's thinking, oh, I know how you are. You probably like tell me not to talk to her anymore. But like I can control that situation.
Then choose her.
You hear that, fellas? You hear that? Like, damn.
That's a lot.
Choose her.
There's a lot going on right here. Yo.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
Because if it really was that deep that you know how I am and you can control it, first of all, to let it go as far as allowing her to cross the boundary, you still feel something for her. And I'm nobody's second choice. Choose her.
Well, what you mean allow? What if she just do it? You know what I'm saying?
If she do it and you address it and then you come back to me and you tell me, but then you're like, you know how I know how you are, so it's like, you know, I ain't really want to tell you because I know how you are, then one, why did you even tell me? And two, why did you come back home to me?
So he can hide stuff from you then?
No, don't hide it. But I'm saying, if you tell me and then you hit me with the, oh, but I didn't want to tell you because I know how you are, choose her.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
I'm a little bit conflicted on this one because it's like, if a guy is his ex tries to advance on him, and he's like, yo, I got my girl, I'm in love with her, you know, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. But as an honest guy, he goes and tells you, yo, she made an advance on me. Mm-hmm. Like,
my question would be, how did you handle it?
So he's like, you know, I told her, you know, you can't do that. I have a girl, whatever.
And what was her response?
She didn't say nothing because she felt ashamed.
Okay, well, she felt ashamed, so then she knows she did something wrong.
So then do you allow him to talk to her again, like, knowing that altercation happened?
Right.
Yes.
Bro, you real trusting. You real trusting.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if that shit happened with my girl and her ex-man, yo, that shit cut.
That shit cut. That
the
shit
reason why
real
I say
cut.
yes is because you addressed it and she felt ashamed. If she does it again, now cut her off. Because now she's playing in my face. Because you addressed it, you let her know you got a girl, you love your girl, and she felt ashamed. You telling me that she felt ashamed. Now I'm questioning, did she really feel ashamed? Did she really take into consideration that you have a girl? Did she really care that you have a girl?
You taking in what he told you.
For real.
Like,
you taking in what he told you?
You know, we could say
but that's what I'm saying. Ashamed. I'm going to trust that you know what you are doing.
That's a lot of trust.
Let me ask you another question. Though. Can a man slip up once and sit?
No.
That's it.
It don't make no sense that I'm giving you coochie every night and you choose to go out one time? Nah.
He can't slip
up.
That's
a choice. That's not a slip up. That's a choice. No. Sorry. No.
So what do you think of like women that give guys who cheated a second chance? Like what do you think about them? Like,
I won't judge them in a sense because I don't know the situation. I don't know the full situation. But I fully believe and fully think that if a man cheats, he will always cheat.
So like you said you don't know what the situation is. Is there a certain condition that happens to allow him to cheat, that's justifiable, or is just cheating
think-
once is there's no reason, situation, nothing that goes behind that.
When I say situation, it could be because this is how men defend their cheating. It would be that she not giving it up every time he want it. It would be.
That's how you think of men?
That's y'all excuse. I promise you. Every time I hear a man reasoning for why he cheated, because I'm not getting enough at home, or my woman don't make me feel loved, or my woman don't make me feel like a man, or this woman in the moment she gave me what I needed that I wasn't getting at home. Now you gotta sit with your woman and figure out what's wrong. But at the end of the day, you still made a choice to go into the next woman's legs. You should have been man enough to come to me like, babe, it's been 2 weeks. I need a little something.
I need a little motivation for work right now.
What's she saying? No.
And then, if knowing me, I am submissive. So if you let me know that I'm slipping up, let's go right now. Don't even finish your sentence. I got you.
Yo, ladies, take no. Take no.
All right.
I mean, like, this is a perfect segue to go into, like, what do you think a 50-50 relationship is? Right? So
What's
like,
your views on it though?
Yeah, what is your
Honestly,
view?
I don't view. I'm gonna use marriage because I think for me, it only makes sense in a marriage. I don't see it as 50-50. It is whatever the percentage needs to be in that moment. So it could be that I am 90% and my husband is 10. It could be that my husband is like 2% and he need me to pick up the slack for the rest. I don't see a relationship at 50-50 because in my mind, and I guess this is only because I only hear about 50-50 relationships from a man perspective. In my mind, 50-50 is a woman belong in the kitchen and on her feet all day cooking and cleaning and taking care of the children while the man is at work bringing in the money, paying all the bills, and just being a man.
So you're looking more traditional, like
That-
from back in the 80s.
Is that what you prefer?
That's what I think a 50-50 relationship is.
But is that what you prefer?
No,
You don't want to be a stay-at-home mom.
no.
Why not?
Because I feel like as much as I'm submissive, there can be a miscommunication of power in the sense that, and it does say in the Bible that the wife is supposed to submit to the husband, but it can be a confusion where it's because you have to submit to me, you have to do everything I tell you to do and nothing more. So if being a stay-at-home, and this is just from what I see in like shows or what I've heard, being in a marriage where the woman is a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife, she gets allowance. She must have dinner ready when he walks through that door. She must treat him as if he's the king of the house.
But is he not the king of the house?
He's the man of the house.
But a man
There's
can be
a
the king.
difference.
But no, I always say my wife is the queen and I'm the king. Is that so wrong titles?
And it's not wrong titles when you're calling each other king and queen. And the perspective that I'm talking about is he feels like he's the king, so I'm beneath him.
Oh,
Because
so, like you're not even a queen.
Exactly. I'm submitting to him. I'm submitting to his demands. And I have no say because he's the only one bringing in the money. That's the main thing. Men think that because if they're the ones that's solely bringing in the money and they're taking care of all the bills, they have the final say of everything. I disagree. I am still human.
Right.
as much as I agreed to be a stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home mother, I am still human. I have feelings. So don't sit here and feel like
You can do what you
because
want.
you are the only one bringing in the money and you're taking care of all the bills that I have no say. I'm staying at home with your kids. I'm cleaning their ass when they shit. I'm feeding them when they're hungry. I am putting them to bed at night. I'm doing homework. I'm cooking. I am cleaning. Here and there, I need a break. Here and there, I would want some time off. I don't think I would want to be a stay-at-home mom or wife. I cannot handle that because I also want to work. I want to bring in money. I don't want you to be able to control how I spend my money, when I spend my money, how much money I get, and what I can do with it. I don't want that. As much as I'm submitting to you as my husband, we doing it in a way where there's respect.
So, all right, that's fair. That's fair. So, is there a situation where you would say like, all right, I'm not going to work. I'm just going to stay home with the kids, or like you're just going to make it clear to your husband, like, look, I'm not being a stay-at-home mom. We're just going to have to figure out what to do with the kids and like the household chores. We're just going to have to split that up, or whatever.
If it comes to me having to stay home with the kids, it got to be a situation with somebody's help. I think that's where I draw the line. If it's a health situation, either my health or my child, and, you know, we got to choose between one of us to either stay home and the other one work, I would choose to stay home. And I being a female and saying, because men don't know how to take care of situations like that if it's the child that has a health need and, you know, they need the nurturing and seeking the proper help. I feel like a woman knows best how to do that.
Okay. I always say like women are more caretaking than men because when we went out, I was with my wife and her family, and you know the baby made a poop, and I was like, oh fuck, man, we in public, gotta change his diaper. Don was like, oh, I'll change it. I'm like, a man would never volunteer. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely ain't volunteer to change somebody's kid's diaper, but I guess there's something within women who just love taking care of kids.
I think it's just
nurturing.
it's innate within us.
So, I mean, I like to ask, like, you say you wouldn't want to be the stay-at-home mom because you feel, based on what I heard, is that you don't want to be controlled. That one person has all the money, and they can make the decisions based on that. But like, let's make it into reality. You know, we live in, you know, we're all in New York. It's expensive to be here. And for me, I personally think there's no way I could ever be with my wife or whoever and they're not working. Like, you got to work. If we have kids, you still working. Like, we both working because it's too expensive to be out here.
It's too hard.
And it's like, I want to know, like, what... Because oftentimes, like, there's a misconception of what 50-50 is, right? You can call it 50-50. You can call it 100-100. To me, it's the same thing. Like, if I like to wash the dishes, I wash the dishes. If my wife like to, you know, take care of the kids, she take care of the kids
But
most
is
of
it
the
that
time.
you like to or you have to?
It's that I don't mind it.
I feel like in a marriage, it's not that I like to. It's I have to.
Okay.
I feel so too. It's like I feel like shit. Taking care of the house is something I should have to do. You know what I mean? Like shit. I don't like. In my free time, I want to relax. I don't like fucking doing other shit.
So let me say this. D, do you like changing the diapers? Like you.
I know what
do
you're
it.
saying. I know what you're saying. I do it. Do I like it necessarily?
Or would you rather feed?
Would I rather feed? All right, the reason why I'm struggling to answer this question because it's different because, all right, say for my child, she poops her pants. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But then changing her, I won't necessarily mind it because, it's the love you have for the child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a burden.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to lie. If my wife said, I changed it, I'm like, all right, cool, go change it. You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to fight her for
I'm
it,
not
though.
going to fight her. But it's not like it's not a burden. It's not
Okay.
something that
Yeah.
I don't want to do.
I get that. But what I'm asking is, what is preferred? What is preferred? Like,
What is preferred?
if you have to change the diapers, you'll do it. But what do you prefer?
I guess I prefer my wife to do it.
All right, and
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
That's fine. But I'm like, it's oftentimes it's like the man gotta bring home, pay the bills, take care of the house, and let's say the relationship there is no kids, right? There's no kids, and this dude is married to a woman, and she just feels that the man is supposed to take care of everything. Like, how are you, like, we have to be realistic because this is 2024, everything is expensive, and before I met my wife, I was paying my own bills and you was paying your own bills. Now that we're together, I'm supposed to pay all the bills now? Like, how does that work? How would you handle a relationship? Is it a 50-50? Is it 90-10? Like, what's your take on that?
Again, no percentage. I feel like I'm not putting a percentage in the relationship. I feel like we can handle what we choose to handle. If we're both working and we have a house or home, and you, as the man, say that you want to be in charge of the mortgage, I'm not gonna fight you on it.
Shit, I wouldn't either.
I'm not gonna fight you on it. But if, God forbid, there's a month that passed by and you're like, babe, I don't got it this month. Do you have it? Can you handle it? Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the slack. Wherever, I feel like that's how I view a marriage. Wherever you're slacking, I'm supposed to pick up. If we're both working 9 to 5 or however it may be, and we're both exhausted or whatever, I feel like it shouldn't be that because I'm the woman, I come home and you come home and the only thing you get to do is just eat, shower, and go to sleep. We're both exhausted. That's not fair to me. How about we sit down and talk about each other's day? We don't necessarily have to clean the house that day. Let's just both take a shower and both go to sleep. How about we ask, babe, do you need me to do anything in the house today? Do you need me to pick up groceries? Do you need me to put gas in your car? Do you need me to, like, stuff like that? Like, I wouldn't want it to be an automatic assumption of because you are the wife, you belong in the home, and because I'm the husband, these are what the roles I'm playing. Like, I don't like that.
So you don't like the whole role playing thing? Like, the woman is supposed to cook, clean.
If we role playing in the
take it
bedroom,
on.
by all means.
Bruh. You don't like
I
gender
hear
roles.
that.
You don't like gender roles.
No.
So, and when it comes to, like, taking care of business, the house, you're not all about roles. It's
No.
whoever can do help where you can, basically.
Yeah. I think
Wow.
that also comes from the person that I am generally, because my sister says that I'm too masculine in the sense that I prefer to do everything by myself. Like, if I buy a table and it needs to be put up, but if I want it put up at a certain time, I'm not waiting for a man to put it up. I'm gonna do it myself. Like, there's been times where, as much as I live with my family and I, like, don't live alone or I don't have a man to do stuff for me, I've built chairs, I've built mini tables, I've put together, like, kitchen compliances, stuff like that. I may be small, but I have the power to do it. I've learned. I've also taught myself Like, I love to cook. There's certain things that I've taught myself how to cook. I just like to be independent. So I feel
Right.
like I don't necessarily need a man to do stuff for me, but I would love him to do stuff for me. I would love to be taken care of. But then I also love to take care of my man. Like, same thing with going on dates. Females think that going on a date, the man should be the only one taking you on a date. The man should only be paying for it. I don't think that. I feel like
Preach! Oh my gosh, keep going.
I am that one in a million female where I will take you on a date. I will pay for everything. And I've done it before. And me and that man either broken up or never made it to a relationship. But I'm just that type of female. There's no gender roles for me. I'm going to take you on a date. I'm going to spoil you. Will I expect it? Not necessarily. Would I want it or desire it? Yes. But I'm not going to throw it in your face like, I just took you on a date yesterday, so why you can't take me on a date today? No. I just paid the utility bills, so you got to pay this bill. No. If you got it, do it. If you don't got it, I got you. If I got it, I got you. If we don't got it, then we asked out. But that's just how I see it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with like spoiling your man. Also, like,
Right. I just love it. I don't
you know
know.
what I mean?
Something
Like,
about it.
because I feel like men will want to like do more for the woman sometimes. Because you know, like, just being a man in that house, like, you're just doing a lot more. I feel like in a relationship, like, you're protecting them. You're probably paying more bills than a woman. You know what I mean? And it's like some instances you might be the head disciplinarian towards the kids. I think you're automatically maybe doing a lot more without really realizing it. And then if you as the wife might say like, yo, I just want to take you out somewhere, you know, surprisingly. I ain't saying no. I'm like, all right, shit, where we going? You know what I'm saying? Like, where we going?
Send drop the Addy.
Nah, it's a surprise. I like to surprise.
Because there's even
Just get
situations where I might, like, I literally thought of where I'd be like, nah, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even trying, I don't know, it's just like in you as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even trying to, like, devalue your wife or nothing. It's like, nah, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just in you. So it's like, I feel like men do more without really realizing it sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you deserve to have the same treatment too. Like, you're doing these things without realizing, but your woman should be the one realizing that you're doing these things. And I feel like some days, because you're doing all these extra things, especially if they're not asked of you, you deserve to be rewarded for it. If you're my man and you're going 110 without me asking, I'm giving you 150 just because you deserve it.
So like when you go on a date, like are you expecting the man to pay for the bill at the end of the day, or like how is that going? Like, does it depend on who acts first or whose idea it was, or like there's a lot of misconceptions of like how a date's supposed to go, who's supposed to pay, who's supposed to do this. Like, how do you handle that situation? Are you the one that brings up the idea but expect him to pay, or he brings you out and he pays? Like, how does that work?
I feel like, me personally, I feel like whoever decided.
I got mad close. Sorry. I didn't even mean that about it.
No, bro, I think you do that on purpose.
I'm like, wait, he's like, okay, let me see your answer.
No. I was just, I don't know why I
This is
did
a
it.
serious question, though.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, me personally, I feel like whoever planned it, paid for it. But I have been on 2 dates where the guy has planned a date, but I ended up paying for everything.
What
How'd
the
you feel
fuck?
about that? How'd you feel about that?
I felt a type of way about it, but I didn't say anything.
But wait, hold on. How did you end up paying for it?
Okay, the most recent one, because it's the only one I can remember right now. The other one I don't remember. The guy wanted to see me for the longest. He wanted to take me on a date for the longest. I said okay. I mean, I finally did say okay. I said, all right, cool. He was like, but I don't know where we should go. I said, okay, I know this brunch spot. It's kind of cute, intimate, or whatever. We can go here. He never told me that he didn't have money. He never told me that he wouldn't be able to pay. He just said he wants to take me on a date. I gave him a place, and we met up there.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right here.
Okay.
All right. So, do you expect the guy to tell you, "I want to take you out on a date, but I don't got no money"?
Yes.
So that
Because
would
I will be more than prepared to handle paying for everything. Because this is a thing, like I've learned something from my aunt. She said whenever you go out with friends or going on a date, always walk with Vex money. Your
Vex.
Vex,
Ah,
your
I
Vex
like that.
money is your money that you have in case your Vex money is the money that you have in case y'all get into an argument and that party decides to leave you, or you're on a date and the man chooses not to pick up the bill. Wherever I go, I make sure I got Vex money.
free game right here.
But I'm thinking of a situation. It's like, all right, if I tell you as a man, I want to take you out somewhere, but I'm broke. I'm not going to suggest we go out though.
That's gonna be hella funny to
What
me.
I would say to that is, would you rather me pay then, or would you want to wait until you have the funds?
I think any real man will wait till they got the funds though.
But
Like,
I would ask that question though, because
'Cause
I don't. If I have it, I don't mind paying.
it would be different if you say, "Oh no, it's fine. I'll pay for the first date or whatever," and you get back to me. As a man, I'm gonna feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm not even gonna bring it up or like take you out unless I got at least my share of the bill. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to just start our first interaction off you taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like that's a little wild. You know what I mean? It's like it's either the first day either I pay for the whole bill, or I pay for half my bill. I can't have the woman paying for the whole entire bill. You know what I'm saying? It's either like you gotta pay something.
Right.
You gotta pay something. So I think
I don't mind doing 50-50 either.
but the first date, the first date, I'll pay for the bill. You know what I'm saying? And then we could just keep vibing off as we keep, going on. But
Well, I think it was for the date that I explained. I think he only made me pay because I suggested the place. But I'm just like, you're the one that wanted to take me out.
when the bill came, what he said?
He didn't say anything. He just looked at it.
Yeah,
And
he was.
So he looked at it, and I let it sit there. So we continued our conversation. And it was getting to the point where, all right, nobody touching this thing. So let me just...
Oh, so he gave you that who's gonna touch the bill first type of deal.
Yeah. And I pulled out my card and I paid.
Damn, you pulled out the American Express Black card and was like, here you go. So
But
like,
then it kind of, in a sense, it empowered me. Because it was like, in my mind, it was like, I'm showing you I got it. Because you chose not to touch it. I'm showing you I got
so
it.
you telling him I don't need you to
Exactly.
pay my bills. Like I got it.
Well, yeah, you explain it. You have an independent mindset.
Yeah.
So
So D, my question to you is like you said you would be vibing off of it and like go as it happens. Like you talking to a girl, but like you initiating all the dates.
right.
Right? Because again, as men, we like to pursue, right? So like you pursuing her, but like, are you every time you're going on a date, you paying every time, or like, are you expecting her to take you out on a date? Or even if y'all talking and she's like, oh, I found this nice taco place. They got nice tacos and margaritas or some shit, and we should go. And you're like, yeah, I'm down. And you go. Like, are you expecting her to pay, or are you paying?
I'm gonna be upfront and honest. Like, I'm gonna let her know, like, depending on where I'm at in my life or career, like, I don't got it every time to just pay the whole bill for every single date.
But regardless if you have the money or not, like, let's say you
Oh,
have
no.
it.
Okay, no, I think that treatment is reserved for my wife. I wouldn't give a damn if I'm paying everything for my wife. But if you're just a girl I'm talking to, like,
I got a question.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel I should be giving so much, let me not say effort, but I don't feel like I should be giving so much effort towards these dates if I don't take you that serious yet. Like, if we're getting to that point where it's like, all right, I'm cutting off contact with all these other girls, I'm thinking about proposing to you, then it's like, maybe I won't mind as much paying, but I probably will also think, too, is like, all right, well, will you also be, is this relationship based off of just what I'm providing for you, or will you help me along, too? Because I need to know, like, if life flips on me, will you stay by my side? I gotta know.
But we're saying you're in the dating stage, because you said something along the lines of, which I was assuming that you're past the dating stage. You guys are boyfriend and girlfriend, because you mentioned marriage,
Right.
right? So I'm expecting when marriage comes into the picture, you've been dating for like a year or two, right, for you to make that decision. But you're just dating. You're going out on dates. You're going bowling, whatever, axe throwing, all that other shit. Like, are you paying for all of this stuff?
No.
Or
No.
how is that working?
No, I don't think I will be paying for everything because we're not married yet. I really do think a certain type of treatment is reserved for marriage. But if we're just in the dating stage, it's like, yo, you might have to pay for some stuff too. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm not testing you, but like, I gotta know like what this relationship is based off of. If it's true love, or you just looking for a man to just take care of you. Because true love is like, again, like I was saying before, shit hits the wall. I need some help. Can you stay by my side? Or are you gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the next man who could provide? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna be looking for things like, yo, do you mind taking the bill this time? Or like, are you gonna be offering to pay? I'll say this quick story too. The reason why I knew...
Always got a story.
Got a story. The reason why I knew my wife was my wife, I remember this distinctly, bro. There was one time I graduated, I think I was a year removed from college. And I was stressing about financial shit. I was stressing. I wasn't making a lot of money at the time. I think I was making like $50,000 at the time. You know, I wasn't making that much. I was the beginning of my career. And bro, I was stressing, and my wife knew I was stressing because I was like, yeah, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna pay this bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just letting her know. I wasn't saying in a sense of like, I want you to help me. I'm just venting. And we get to the crib one day, got Chipotle and shit. She come out of nowhere, was like, yo, I know you've been stressing. I'm willing to help you pay this and that. And here's a gift that I bought you. I couldn't believe it. I denied the money, though. I was like, listen, I'm not trying to make my problems your problems. We're not married yet. But I appreciate you for offering to pay off some of this shit. From that day on, I'm like, all right, she got me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll be looking for in the dating stage.
Question anymore.
You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I look for in a dating stage. It's like, you gotta look for these signs to know, like, if she's the one, will she have you? Like I said, I denied the money because I just don't... Bro, it's not even like a man versus woman thing. It's just, I just like have a thing where I like to handle my problems myself. That's just me. If I come to somebody for help, that means I expressed it, or that means I exhausted every option, and I really truly need help. But if I could find a solution for myself to get myself out of some hole, I'm gonna explore that. You know what I'm saying? So for her to come to me like, yo, I got this check for you to handle that. Like, yeah, that's my wife. You know what I'm saying? And I think every man should look for that quality in a woman, bro. Like, like I said, the last episode, the pandemic proved a lot of these women wasn't shit. People getting laid off. The income not coming in no more. They just went on to the next man. Leaving that other man in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Bills to his name, overdrafts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing no more.
Them overdraft fees, man.
Overdraft
They
fees.
be hitting, man.
It's like, shit, you in a negative and you making money, you still in a negative and you get to zero, you still ain't got money. That's what I'm saying, man. Look for a woman who you know is going to be with you for 20, 30, 40, 50, or lifetime. Not even put a number. Your whole life. Not to put a number on it. Just your whole life. Life is long. It's not all good and dandy, bro. It's not all good and dandy. Shit happens in life. As much as I would like to say, you know, life will be good all the time, it won't.
Life is really what you make it in the end. But interesting, because you know nowadays a lot of females they like to break the glass now. a lot of females they like to get a free meal.
Right.
You know? So it's like I feel like you can go out. I mean, I've been on dates where I went on 2 dates and I'm like, okay, like I'm paying, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like to be the one to only have to pay every single time because it makes me think that, oh, he got it. And I'm like, but you're not even my girl. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? We have nothing established. I can walk away from you tomorrow and not, feel any type of way. Mm-hmm. But like, I started to see that, girls think, oh, you should pay. Oh, you're taking me out. And it's like, okay, well, if I don't say anything to take you out, you're not going to ask me. So we're just going to be in this texting back and forth bullshit and never get anywhere. And then, you're probably going to go talk to somebody else. Or you're probably going to go find somebody who's going to do what you want them to do. So it's like, I just don't understand, like, from what I see, like, most girls expect the man to pay. But it's like, the man pays, but when does it stop? When does the female say, okay, I'm gonna take you out, or I'm gonna pay for this bill, or you like racing, I'm gonna take you to a racing race or a basketball game or something like that. I don't really see that happening.
To play devil's advocate, would it be that? What if it's a case where, as much as y'all going on dates a lot and you're the one paying, right? What if she is taking care of you in other ways that are making up for her not paying?
Like what?
Date? Like giving you wife treatment before y'all even get there, like what your wife did, but when you was like, yeah, I know she gonna be my wife, like helping you in situations when you feel like you can't get out of it. Cooking for you, I feel like, and I love to cook, so I'm gonna say this: not every man deserves you to cook for him. That's number one. That's just how I see it. Because I could cook for you tonight, and the next day, you with Stacy, and we was just in my bed. And I just cooked for you. I just slaved over a stove and cooked you a meal with starch, veggies, and all type of things, and made you dessert, and gave you dessert in bed, and you with Stacy the next day.
She cooked you the oxtail, and you out there with JoJo or some shit.
So not every man deserves to be cooked for, but stuff like that, cooking for you, and there are some females, it's rare that you would find them, but there are some females who even would wash your clothes for you, would pay a bill for you, but she's not necessarily paying for every date.
That's a good point.
Okay?
That's a good point, but I'm saying, like, we in a dating phase. So I don't think the girl would ever be at that point where she's gonna be holding me down for a bill, holding me down for like, some shit happened to me and I need a couple of dollars and she gives it to me. And we're talking about like, I just met you,
Right.
I'm feeling you, and like we go on a couple of dates, 4 dates in the span of like, let's say the 1 date per week for a month. We've been dating for a month. And it's like every single date, I'm the one that's paying. How do I know as a man that you're gonna give me wifey treatment, that you're gonna hold me down when I need it? How do I know about that? Because when it comes down to money, you could tell me you like me, you could like make me feel good, make me feel wanted,
Right.
but that can all be an illusion to me. How do I know you the one? Like that money is not an issue. Like, I get it. If you're not working, I get it. But if you working, I'm working, and I'm always pulling out my card to pay the bill. And mind you, these females be going out and they be eating and they just have no damn conscience. Like, I went on a date one time.
No.
Shorty ordered the steak and didn't even finish the steak.
Oh no.
And I'm like, bruh, you taking that to go, right? And she's like, I don't know. I don't think I want it anymore. I'm like, we got a problem. But like, my question is, how does a man know that this is the one and he's just spending his money on you, and we don't know if she's ever going to do that to me?
Well, they say that a man knows. So I can't really answer that. I don't know how. I feel like it would have to be her actions. Because they do say, like, a man, it doesn't take a man 6-7 years to know that you're the one for him. And this is from a male's perspective. I really don't know what it is that a man would need from a female to know that, yeah, she gonna be my wife. Like, Damien explained what his eye-opener was for his wife. So for every man, it's different. If
Right.
you have something already that you're looking for in a woman, and in your dating phase, you're looking for it in this female. If you haven't found it after them 4 dates or within the 4 dates, then she's not the one. It shouldn't take you 4 dates to be still questioning, should I make you my girlfriend or not?
My thing is, with women these days, I feel like, and I'm judging off of social media, a lot of them feel entitled.
Yeah.
To like a man's pockets. Like, oh, you can't talk to me if you can't pay my rent. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I just met you. We didn't even get on the first date. I can't talk to you if I can't. I don't know if I fucking like you yet. And you talking about I gotta pay your rent? You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of women these days are leading.
That makes me so embarrassed to be a female. I swear. I'm really a different species of female because I do not understand that mindset. You do not know the nigga. He could be a serial killer. You want him to pay your rent. At this point, he know where you live, so he coming to you at the middle of the night. He just paid your rent. So now he gonna kill you in the same bed that he just paid for.
You know what I mean?
Make it make sense, females. Like, think before you speak. Think before... As much as you may want men to pay bills for you, as much as you may want men to cater to you, think before you open your blasted mouth.
But you know, bro, we say it all the time. I blame these simp motherfuckers for fucking up the game to make women feel like that.
I agree 100% because I feel like there's these guys out there that's throwing money at girls because either they got no game or they have no personality and they have no real character, and they think, oh, well, if I pay for everything, she's going to like me. And that's the wrong approach, because now we're getting a new generation of girls who expect men to pay for all the dates, who expect men to pay for their, their hair, their rent, their nails, just because they're female. And that's not how a relationship works.
Right,
because, hey, just like COVID, when times get tough and the money stop rolling in, she gonna leave you for another man that can pay for her lifestyle. And it shouldn't be that way. And that's another good segue into the part where there's a female who her boyfriend sends her $15 to get something to eat, and she sends her $15 back because she's saying that's not enough. That's not enough money for her to get something to eat. You know, and my thing is, you don't know that man's situation. Maybe he didn't share that to you.
Yeah.
And maybe he gave up his lunch for you. You know, and she doesn't value that. Regardless if it's $10, $15, as long as you got something, and that shows that he cared. He may not have it, but he gave it to you. So, like, what do you think about that situation? Like, if you're dating a guy or it's your boyfriend or whatever, and he gives you $15 or even $10, just like, yo, babe, get something to eat, hold this. Like, what's your reaction to that?
So, for me, and every answer I give, I'm gonna always say for me, because I know females. For me, I will take the 15. I'll be greatly thankful for it. And if I go buy a meal and it's more than $15, I don't mind putting the rest. Because he didn't have to send you the $15, bro. It's not that, for that situation, it's not that she asked for it. He just randomly sent it. That means he was thinking about you, sis. Mm-hmm. You know how hard it is nowadays to get a man to think about you and not just you and the other two females? Like,
what are you trying to get for lunch more than $15?
Exactly. Like, there's some things you can get for $15. You don't need more than $15 now. If you spend your money wisely, you don't need more than $15 to get lunch.
Like, I just think about it. Like,
they
what?
got lunch specials, man.
Exactly.
Bro, like, when I go to work, I can't remember a time I spent more than 15. And I'm in the city, like.
Exactly.
Shit.
The city's
Chipotle-
expensive.
Chipotle's like $12.
Chipotle, that's what I'm saying. Chipotle $12. Like, Kava's, I think it's a little cheaper than Chipotle. Bro, what the fuck you getting for more than $15? Unless you're going to some sit-down restaurant.
I think what she explained was she likes to eat stuff like steak and
For
lobster.
lunch?
Yes.
That's her
Steak,
business.
lobster, stuff like that. She's basically saying that she's a bougie female and she don't eat nothing that costs $15. It got to be more than that. I also saw a recent video of this woman. She had got her man, I think it was her man or she was dating this guy, but he sent her $30 for lunch. And she was even saying that $30 was not enough. And she didn't say that she sent it back. I don't know if she kept the money or sent
That's
it back.
wild now. That's
but
really
she was
wild.
literally complaining that $30 was not enough for her to go something to eat. And I'm just like, how, Sway? Because
$30, that's a dinner right there.
That's a dinner right there.
That's a dinner right there. There's no way. Unless
It don't
you
make
go
sense.
into you in Times Square and you go on some high-rise rooftop getting lunch at that.
it just don't make sense to me. I don't know. I feel like, and even if what you're eating, from the amount of money that these men are sending you, if you can't add the rest of it, you shouldn't even be with a man who has money. Because, like Damien was saying, it could be one day where shit hit the fan and he no longer got the money to provide. Are you going to pick up or are you leaving? Like, make it make sense.
Sounds like that girl's gonna leave because
I don't understand the mindset behind females who feel like, actually I do understand it. It is the older folks, the older women, because I have a grandmother who is the exact same way. She always tells me to date and marry a man who is either rich or has money so he can take care of you. Me and her have two different mindsets. Because as much as I want to be taken care of, I know me. I am spoiled. I like what I like, and I want what I want. And if I can't buy it for myself, I'm not going to expect a man to buy it for me. Because then, and this is a me thing, I feel like if you do for me, I got to do for you.
Right.
So,
give and take.
exactly. If you buy me something for $100, I'm automatically going to want to top that and buy something for you for $300.
Oh,
That's just me.
So,
So, like-
if I buy you a Rolls Royce, you getting me like a Lambo?
My judge, if I got the money, I got you. If I got the money. If I got the money. And that's another thing too, like I started this thing with like, well, I didn't start it. It's just like an innate thing for me with my friends mainly. If I got it, you got it. And I carried that into like dating and relationships. If I got it, you got it. Like I'm picking up if you are lacking in that area financially. And I would hope that you would do the same for me. I'm not expecting you to do it every time, but I would hope that you see my effort. I would hope that, you know, one day you be like, yo, Mira been picking up for me here and there, so let me, you know, show her that I appreciate it. Show her that, you know, I got it too, or show her that she doesn't have to do it all the time. Like I would hope that you have that mindset. But I'm not expecting it. That may sound crazy, or that may sound like I don't have self-worth, but I'm not expecting it, because when you expect certain things and it don't work out, then you're disappointed and heartbroken. And to avoid that, just going with no expectation. But have enough common sense or wisdom to know when to leave, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like money shouldn't be the only reason to leave.
All right. Yeah. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, no, appreciate that your comments. So there was a case that we talked about in previous episodes, where there was a woman who was getting married, and her fiance asked her if she can help him pay for the wedding, and she makes $85K a year. Prior to getting married, he paid for everything. Her rent, he took care of her 100% financially, bought everything. But when it came to the wedding, the total cost was $75K. And he was asking her if she can help him pay for that wedding. The woman doesn't want to pay at all. And she told her father, and her father was like, you shouldn't marry him because he's not going to take care of you. What do you think about that? What's your take?
Before you go, that father will have to see me. That father will have to see me, because it's like, I'm paying for everything in this wedding, and then you got the fucking nerve to tell the daughter not to marry me? If you want to be traditional, the father of the bride pays for the wedding. So if you saying not to marry me, who are you as a man then? If you say I'm not a traditional man, you definitely ain't no traditional man either, because you can't provide shit. So it's like, my thing is like, if you're saying I'm not traditional, you're not being traditional either, so why does your opinion even matter? And it's just like, I don't know, this is what, like, and this is like, as a man, you should be like, oh, well, he paid for everything all the time, and if he just needs his help, then you should help him. Why are you swaying your daughter away from finding true love? Like, it's not like it's forever. It's like, yo, just for like a few months, and then the wedding's over, you good. But go ahead.
My take on that situation is she's selfish. Because Rich explained that he was paying for things before the marriage. He was paying for everything. He was taking care of bills, this, that, and the third. The wedding is not his wedding alone.
Right.
He's getting married to you, bro. Like, why is it that you can't pay piece of the bill? It's not his wedding alone. And I'm pretty sure that majority of the things that are in the wedding is her wanting. So if it was me, I'll be like, all right, I'll take on the responsibility of the things that I wanted. And if he still needs more help, then okay, I'm gonna help, because this is not just your wedding, it's both of our wedding. Make it make sense. Why would it just be the man paying? Is he marrying heir? Like, I'm confused. Like, he marrying heir? Like, it don't make sense. He's asking the person that he's marrying to help with their wedding. And then the father have the audacity to talk about he's not going to be able to take care of you when he's been taking care of you before y'all got to this day. And you have been living off of him because he's been taking care of you. I don't see nothing wrong with adding money into your own wedding. This is a wedding between you and this man. You and this man chose to be together. Well, technically, he chose you to be with him forever. You said yes to be with him forever. But you can't put a hand in for your own wedding. And then you tell your dad. And then your dad says leave him because he's not going to take care of you. I'm confused. You're selfish. I'm confused. And you're selfish. Like,
Do you think that guy should still marry her?
no.
Right.
No.
Right.
I mean, we said the same
That
thing.
that right there is the yes or no of should the marriage even continue. Like, that right there. And the answer is no. Because it make no sense. It's not his wedding alone. Like, he's marrying you. It's your wedding too. I get that maybe you have to pay for your dress. You have to pay for your hair. I get that. And these things are expensive. I've been in 2 weddings. I get it. But it's your wedding too. Not his alone. And first of all, he's paying for the wedding. As Damien said, a traditional wedding, the father of the bride pays for the wedding.
Right.
The father of the bride is not even putting a hand to pay for the wedding. The father of the bride is being a word that I don't want to use and telling you to leave the man. Like, nah. He
Yeah.
shouldn't marry her, and she's selfish.
He should have left his opinion to himself.
Exactly, because it's not his marriage. It's his daughter's marriage. First of all, something like that, I'm not bringing to my father at that. I'm not bringing that to him. Not as a grown woman getting ready to be married, because there are certain things that happen in a marriage that you cannot take to your parents, because parents will always look out for their own before they look out for the companion. So the parent is always going to stick on, like, protect their child. And sometimes it may be, just like the father just said, don't marry him because he's not going to take care of you. The father don't even know why the man is asking, can you participate in paying for this wedding? The father don't know the circumstances, but you're just saying don't marry him because he can't take care of you. He was taking care of you before he asked you to marry him. He was taking care of you before y'all got to the wedding planning. Did your father know that?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Like-
wondering.
That's selfish.
Yeah, no, that sounded like a real toxic, stressful relationship that he was in. And I hope that guy didn't go through with the marriage. I mean,
Yeah, I hope he
so,
didn't
too.
either. I
I
really
haven't
hope
seen
he
any
didn't.
updates on it, but I really hope he did not, because
He might have felt obligated to because of all the shit he paid for already. And then he's like, I just lost all that money.
I'm losing the money. I'm sorry. I'm losing the money. I can't live with that
yeah,
for the rest of my
it's
life.
like,
No,
it was gonna be
no,
spent
no.
either way. If I was gonna marry you, it was gonna be gone. So I would have fucking left. But yeah,
wow.
then we hit our record for the longest episode.
I think we did. I think we did. I mean, it was good. I mean, we covered a lot. This was all good stuff, and just want to thank you, Mira, for your feedback on
Okay.
a
Yeah.
lot of these topics, because we've been wanting to have, a female perspective on the show, and as guys, we think one way. We think
I just want to put it out
you
there
know.
that I spoke this into fruition because this man has been saying he wanted to bring me on this podcast for the longest, right? But we have 2 other people that, we're like in close contact with, and he wants all 3 of us at the same time. I'm like, no, I should be the first one. Just
Right.
let me. And look at what happened. The first one
You're the
and
first
the
one.
only first one.
Episode 10, double
Episode
digit.
10.
Look at that.
Double digit episode. This is big. This is big. And
Right.
I appreciate it. This was good stuff.
This was really
stuff.
good. This was really good. This was a
I don't
great
know, I might have to
episode.
break this in like part 1, part 2. This shit is long. But no, definitely, you know, we obviously want more people to come on the show and share their experiences too, because, you know, not everybody is the same. Not every female thinks the same way, and me and D have different perspectives on
Yeah.
situations with the stepfather role, you know, and we want to hear more and more people's take, you know, and
So comment.
subscribe. This was a good episode. Definitely share your thoughts. And if you want to come on the show, don't be afraid. Just drop us a DM or a comment that you want to come on, and we just chop it up.
Yeah, and don't forget we're also on Spotify. So, you know, if you want to listen to YouTube, that's your preferred platform, that's fine. But hey, we're also on Spotify, so check us out there also. And TikTok.
Yeah, and TikTok as well. And check out the YouTube shorts as
Yeah.
well. That's going viral as well. So check out the channel. We got a lot of upcoming episodes coming on. And yeah, just stay tuned for the next one.
Yeah.
To hit that subscribe button.
Yes, definitely hit the subscribe button. But this is Rich.
Like, comment, share.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe. This is Rich. I'm signing out.
D, I'm signing out. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Talk to y'all later.
Later.
Bye.